I Like Popeye issue 2. So issue 1 I had raved about. There's a new weird out of the box take on Popeye. Basically, so this is from Massive Publishing. And I mean, I find a lot of these small press companies are snapping up old IPs and then trying to polish them off and make something new. Um, and Popeye's been around for like 95 years or something. Here's a little advertisement for that. Um, yeah, Popeye the Sailor. I mean, a lot of people I think know of it now, but there isn't a lot of new media for it. There was going to be a CGI movie maybe 10, 15 years ago, and there was a demo reel for it online. You could probably still find it, but that's not around. In that reel was the Jeep, which was a character in the comics. So in the old comic strip that everything's based on, Popeye was more fantastical. There were like sea witches, and there's like fantasy creatures and stuff like that, which didn't really make the translation into cartoons, which is weird, and that weird Robin Williams movie. So the first issue of this was Popeye fighting these sea wizards and stuff, with like big, huge sort of manga inspired moves and splash pages and stuff. This continues that, so it's the aftermath of all that. There's a character that comes disguised, and she wants the eye that Popeye lost, because he's always like this. And that eye apparently is magical and has like reality warping like abilities and stuff. I hope that they explain more about that. They do here. There's a lot of exposition. The Jeep is given a voice. So the Jeep usually just talks in Jeeps, like Jeep, Jeep. But there's a magic spell placed on him, and he starts like explaining about the source and all that stuff and how everyone comes from that, and he's a magical creature from there. And Popeye is unique in that he can manipulate the source and all that. Really over explaining Popeye. Popeye was always, it's a fun character. He eats his spinach. He gets stronger because it's a message for children to eat their greens. But here it's like when he eats his spinach, he can warp reality, and that he's now super powerful and all that stuff. And he can also like make cartoon things happen. Like rip open a floor or something like that. They do have new characters, like there's an old friend of Pappy's that comes, this dude and his wife, and he tells a story about how when Popeye was a little kid and Pappy went to war, Popeye was beating up other kids and stuff, taking out his frustrations on other kids, and this guy helped him out and gave him a talk, and Popeye was like, and he said, yeah, I promise Pappy will come back, and then he did. So they're humanizing Popeye a bit here. Anyways, this big wizard man comes. This dude, he looks awesome, and he's like, I've got a power that can counter your lettuce power, right? Or not lettuce, sorry, your spinach power. And so they fight. And you see like they punch each other's fists and like nothing happens, and he absorbs Popeye's strength, and Popeye's like stunned by this, and Popeye uses this big bomb fist. He changes his fist into a bomb like the old cartoons, but that was all just visualization. But here they're saying it's reality warping powers, and he punches the guy and explodes. And that's it. There's no the end. There's no to be continued. I was confused by this issue. I was a little confused. And after that, there's like an ad for like all the other covers. There's the 95th anniversary thing. There's dive into daydreaming and all this, like an app for your phone. Massive ad. Yeah, and that back cover. So I was like, did I miss something? Did I miss a QR code where it ends or something? Or what happened? But anyway, we don't know what happened in that explosion. I don't know. I don't know if I have a defective comic. It's weird. I'm sure it's intentional. It just makes it. It is head scratching. Maybe it's just me. Maybe all you comic fans out there are like, that happens all the time. And here are the credits. There you go. Yeah, story and art by Marcus Williams. The art is cool. It's very. It's. I mean, I say this a lot. It is anime-ish inspired here. Um, but it's still cartoony, but not of the same ilk as the old Fleischer cartoons, and that's fine. It's its own thing, right? Now here they are cleaning up after the aftermath of the last issue, and I think too, Olive Oil and Bluto are given magic powers from within them, like some sort of talisman. I don't know. I'm mixed on this. I liked issue 1, it came on strong. Issue 2 is a bunch of like weird stuff introduced all at once, and confusion at the end. So I wouldn't really recommend issue 2 of I Lie Popeye. I'll see where this goes, and maybe if issue 3 is awesome, then I would recommend the trade paperback. I'm sure there'll be a trade at some point. But yeah, it's cool. I was just confused and stunned, and it's. I mean, I get that the old comic strip was different than everything else that we know, and I don't know if they're going back to that in a big way, but this with all its different characters and stuff, because there's a bunch of different characters that I'm like, I don't know who this is, like this woman made of water and everything. I only know basic characters of Popeye. I was a little stunned, and what happens at the end, I was confused, and the whole exposition of the source, I was confused. There's a lot of that in here. There's like at least 2 splash pages of the Jeep explaining all of this. Oh no, and this here too. He's explaining there too. So 3 pages. Yeah, look, it's cool. If you're curious, pick it up, but I don't recommend it. I was stunned and confused. We'll see where issue 3 goes. So please give a like to this video if you like what you saw, and please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And until next time, take care.